Hi guys, how are you? I am Rachel, proud creator and founder of Siopa Seize Your Passion. What I want to talk to you guys about is something that's, I think, very insidious and very dangerous, and something that, without us even realizing it, it actually, I think, is the biggest obstacle, the biggest thing that gets in the way and prevents us from actually seizing our passion, from actually going out there and living our best life, from actually living our life to the fullest with that purpose, with that passion, with that meaning, with that fulfillment, which is something I believe we are all searching for and yearning for and trying to achieve, whether we're aware of it or not, whether we outwardly express it or not and admit it or not. Everyone wants to live their best life possible. Everyone wants to realize their full potential, become the best you that you were put on this planet to be, and realize all of your dreams. Who doesn't want that, right? So I think that the number one obstacle to actually doing that is something that's very subtle, that we don't even realize happens, and it happens very gradually and very sneakily, right? It's very insidious. And because of that, because of the fact that it's so insidious, because of the fact that we're not even aware of it, that we don't even realize that it's happening, it literally, it's more powerful because of that, right? The minute they say that the greatest way to solve a problem is, the first step is becoming aware of it. So it's the same thing whether it's a problem that you're sort of triggering or outside forces are triggering, right? If you're not even aware of this insidious challenge or obstacle, then it gives it more power and it reinforces itself. And that obstacle that I'm talking about, that biggest obstacle, is, as we go through life, as we grow up and as we grow and learn and take on the responsibilities and go out there and achieve the things we set out for ourselves to achieve, we encounter different experiences, we encounter different ups and downs of life, right? Life, with all its ups and downs, with all its challenges, and all the rejections and all the negative experiences, along with some of the positive ones. What ends up happening, I think, to most of us, without us even realizing it, is we start to forget who we actually are. And again, I think for most of us, we're not even aware of it. It's sort of these little moments built, compounded over time, of the rejections, the failures, this didn't go the way I wanted it to go, or the challenges, right? And for most of us, it kind of just continues in that insidious fashion, and we're not aware of it until one day maybe we wake up and we say, what happened to me? I lost myself. Where's the me that I remember? Or maybe I don't even remember. Like the me that, was full of confidence, that knew the goodness in yourself, that knew your beliefs, your values, your strength, your resilience, everything that makes you you, everything you've accomplished, without celebrating it, right? Instead, the sort of the rejections and the fears and the obstacles and the challenges and the things that don't go our way, they slowly build upon us and they start to erode the very fabric of who we are. And then for some of us, it gets to a point where, in a sense, it's rock bottom, where you start to question everything about yourself and about your life. And I don't mean question in a positive way, right? Like being positively curious and questioning and thinking outside of the box, because that helps you learn and grow and become your best self. The questioning that I'm talking about, that is the, I think, biggest obstacle to truly realizing your dreams and truly becoming your best self, is questioning your whole identity, questioning who you are, not remembering who you are. And, I recently went through this to the point where I literally was questioning my entire life. I was literally questioning who I was. I didn't remember who I was anymore. I didn't recognize myself. I was like a shadow of the me that I always knew I was. I was questioning every decision I had made. I was questioning my values. I was questioning my beliefs. I was even questioning my own sanity. Like, am I crazy? Is there something wrong with me? And I think a lot of us don't admit it, but I think a lot of us go through this, you know, and again, for some of us, it's a little more subtle. For some of us, it kind of hits us in the face at some point in life. But either way, you have to remember who you are. And if you don't remember who you are, the you that is strong and good and powerful and full of your potential, that is you, realizing your potential, realizing your dreams, becoming your best self, that is inside of you. And we all start out that way. I mean, think back to when you were young and you felt like you could conquer the world. You knew that you could conquer the world. The you that could accomplish anything that you put your mind to. The you that was loving and giving and knew your values and your truth and didn't care what other people thought and was standing firm in who you were, you know? If you don't remember that, the you that felt alive, the you that was silly and crazy, the you, all the things that made you, the true core you know, forget the masks you wear in the different environments, because we all wear masks to some degree or another, you know, in different situations and with different people. But getting back to and remembering the true you, the you that is full of life and love and passion and purpose and meaning and fulfillment. And if you can't remember that, then remind yourself of it. Remind yourself who that you is. Remind yourself by literally saying it to yourself. And I'm going to give you now a simple sentence that someone said to me yesterday, and that's what inspired me to talk about this today. And it was such a amazing moment. Okay? So here's the sentence. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Say that to yourself. Look in the mirror and literally say that to yourself. Remind yourself of who you are. Remember who you really are. Allow yourself to reintroduce yourself to yourself. And if saying it out loud is not enough, or if you're not feeling it when you say it, then go do stuff that brings that out of you. Go surround yourself with the people that bring that out of you, that remind you who you really are. All your love, all your passion, all your goodness, all your truth, all your amazing you. Reintroduce yourself to yourself. Allow yourself to do that. And do that, again, do the stuff that brings you joy, that brings you alive, that makes you feel like that you remember, or that you want to remind yourself to be and become again. And literally look in the mirror and look at the people who love you, who you love, who you know you have that support from, who see that in you, and say to them and say to yourself, allow me to reintroduce myself. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am back. I am me. I know who I am. It is so empowering, and it is so important, because again, I think all of us, we forget who we are. We lose that connection with ourselves, with our true selves, and that part of ourselves, that true core. That's who we're here to manifest. That's that personal legend that we're all put on this planet to become, to learn and grow and realize that. That is what it's about. And that is what living your best life is. That is what becoming your best self is. That is what realizing all your dreams is. And that is how you live your life to the fullest, with that passion, with that purpose, with that meaning, and with that fulfillment. Standing firm in who you are, knowing who you are, reminding yourself and remembering who you are, and reintroducing yourself to who you are. Remember that, especially when you're going through those times that you're questioning that you start to question yourself, that you start to wonder, I don't even remember who I am anymore. I don't even recognize myself anymore. I just, especially during those times. Yeah, So that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. So once again, allow me to reintroduce myself. Say that, do that. And again, if that's hard for you to get into, if it's not enough to say it and feel it, then start doing the things that bring that out of you, that do remind you, and start surrounding yourself with the people that remind you of who you are. And then start saying it over and over and over again, and start living it and start being it. That's what it's about. So have an amazing weekend, guys. And as always, do more of what you love. That's the trick. That's the stuff that reminds you of who you are. Doing more of what you love. The stuff that brings you alive. The stuff that brings you joy. The stuff that makes you feel aligned and connected with your true core self. And by doing that, you become more of who you love, which is the real you. So reintroduce yourself to yourself. Allow yourself to do that. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.